Hello there and welcome back again everyone. It's time to hopefully kill some more Space Marines. And with no upgrades need to be done aside for repair of one of my light cruisers, there's not really much else to say besides diving right into it. Let's try and get ourselves a level 3 Admiral, so that way I could get hopefully a battle cruiser relatively quickly. I have to be what, level 5 I think though to get that? So it's still going to be a little bit before that. I would love to get a battle cruiser just before I switch off into the Orcs or Eldar after this. And we got our match, and who are we facing? The Iron Crouch, which unsurprisingly is Space Marines. Not that I can really blame them, but still, it gives me a good opportunity to fine-tune my experience. And with this point value, it seems like just the perfect amount for him to get a cruiser and a light cruiser. So I have lances, I have bombers. The real question is which is better. I honestly don't know. But the Emission Dissipator could be really useful there at avoiding getting hit. And I have access torpedoes, which can be... Oh, this is convoy too, I need to be careful of that. So lots of stuff that could breach through armor or breach through shields, considering the Space Marines have lower health value. So this seems potentially good. It's just going to be hard to get those torpedoes to hit, but what is it, 90 points of damage if both of them are hit is no joke. Especially for when the light cruiser anyway has like 400 health, so this could work out well for me. Trick is, I am protecting a convoy, so this may not go well for me. But at least I can bait them to go after one maybe, while the other two try and sneak past. That is a potential. But again, I am kind of limited to stay in the middle. And how do I want to do this? Where does he assume I'm going to be? Maybe in the middle there for Nebula Cloud. Hard to judge how I want to do this because I don't want to make this easy for him to kill. That middle one is a liability if he goes after my ships though. And the micromanagement is going to be hell, trying to keep an eye on everything, especially if they are using a lot of torpedoes. Speaking of torpedoes, let me move this out. Actually, my cruiser can kind of soak the torpedo hits for my transport ship.
Your orders.
So,
Moving to those coordinates.
so let's see. Once I get... Why?
Ready
Take me to the other ships. I want to move them. So the idea is to distract them.
Just show us something to kill.
Let's see, and I'm not hitting the right groups too, which doesn't help very much. And I gotta make sure I see all this, yeah.
Command. For now.
I want to gauge these things as quickly as possible and then start chipping away at them really damn quickly.
Just show us something to kill.
I could put a beacon down almost immediately and then spot them freely. And start chipping away at the armor. There's the Vanguard, and the one behind is probably a standard cruiser.
Forward to
And this has dissipators, so I can get really good distance on this thing.
to those coordinates.
Now try and get some torpedoes in. Supercharge the void shields. Transport 5, 4, and 6 are going to be moving up. So they're going to try and get some distance here.
Tremble, for chaos comes.
Oh, I've been spotted, so I'm about to get spotted, so let me just do some damage here. Try and breach through that armor.
For now.
That's the intention anyway.
Adjusting rotation.
Get a Nebula Cloud, hide there.
Command me.
6 is good, so he is distracted.
Tremble, for chaos comes.
This is going to be a bit of a tense fight, though.
We have sighted an enemy ship.
He's in close range there.
For the dark gods.
I could get a good torpedo run in. And also I could stasis bomb this thing.
Command me.
I don't think that was a very good torpedo, though. And the boosters will allow me to... Oh, he is boosting away. So what I'm going to do is actually go after this thing.
Brace.
Brace for impact. Boost for repairs, so... Let me try and cripple this thing, because now I can just jump on this thing.
Cruising speed.
And apparently I rammed myself, which is not good either.
We'll follow your command. For
Kills engines is what I want to do.
Your orders.
And ram it.
To those coordinates.
Give it hell.
Cruising speed set. Tremble.
So there.
Chaos comes.
Let me get the repairs on here because I was not paying attention to that thing, but it should be okay.
For the dark gods.
That was a really quick kill. Sadly, I did lose one transport, but that's only one. And if that had gone into an asteroid field, that would be asking for it to die. But I think I'm in really damn good shape now.
Ready to.
Can I kill this thing? If I'm smart, I'd probably just hold off
Your orders.
on, what is it, sending my transport across the map so I can potentially kill this thing.
Switch to silent running.
So everything silent runs, because why not?
Setting course.
He's silent running as well, but
Just show
I'm
us
the one
what
who's
to
in the
do.
way. So he has to come through me. There's not much he can do about it.
Command me.
And I can use my frigate to spot him easily enough.
Setting course.
I kind of have a good guess where he's going though.
For the dark gods.
So come on, boost away. Keep those things moving as much as possible.
For the ruinous powers.
Now I'm okay with getting spotted there because it'll tempt him to shoot,
Just
which
show
will
us
reveal his
something to do.
position. Like right now, see?
Engines hot.
So, fire everything at this thing.
For the dark gods. Cruising speed set.
So, I'm gonna save my repair for now. I can keep this thing hidden so he can at least focus on my light cruiser. So I do have that going for me.
Cruising speed set.
Now I gotta wait till his boosters die before I try and use my torpedoes. Because he is committing to this.
Ready.
There,
to-
perfect. And he is trying to come after me, so...
For the ruinous powers.
Did I hit him with torpedoes? I don't honestly know.
Prepared at once.
I was not paying that much attention.
For the dark gods.
So they are gonna take a hit there, but...
Engines hot. Your orders.
That's so shameful. I should have did silent running, to be honest. That was a dumb mistake on my part. If I went running silent, that would not have been an issue, but that still would have just delayed the inevitable, really, unless I could have juked him. That's the only thing I could think of. If I did a 180 there and have him get completely thrown off, that could have bought time for him, but really hard to judge. It was going so well for me too, and then the strike crafts were really potent. They got, what, 2 hull breaches, I guess? Because lighting them on fire I could have repaired easily enough because it was about to come off cooldown. So yeah, oh, those could have been bombers. Were those upgrade? I honestly was not checking, so maybe he upgraded them. Because I know one of the upgrades for Space Marines is that normally their aircrafts can only board, but they can get an upgrade that allows them to be really powerful bombers, so maybe that's what happened. He got that upgrade there and that just immediately two-shot them, which is kind of what happened with the first one, which is a little bit unfortunate. But it's apparent that he was all in on that one type of ship, though it feels like. So upgrade the Possessed Gunner again. Nothing has been damaged as far as my fleet. And we're ready to go again. And sadly, since I lost, I don't quite get the level 3 Fleet Admiral I would like. At least that's what it looks like. Unless I need to do one more anyway. Nonetheless, it would have just been a light cruiser, so nothing too exciting on that front. But my winning streak is over there. But as far as I'm concerned, Space Marines were the ones that had the critical losses. After all, they lost one of the cruisers in quite abysmal fashion, I gotta say, the poor thing. And if I had rammed that and at least kind of redirected it and controlled a little bit better, I could have still won that match. So now, another Space Marines cruiser clash, 315, so do I go for the same? Lances are pretty potent as well as fighters. And since both both the lances and the bombers essentially do the same thing. One just can be shot down if he controls well. That's the only real concern. This does eat up all my points though. And those torpedoes can be useful when I get close enough, because the one thing I've learned about Space Marines is their broadside turrets are not very potent. They're good at doing damage, but really it's the boarding party and mainly their turrets and frontal weapons, which is either torpedoes or their fighters, that are the real threat. So I got plenty of open space here, but the Space Marines are going to be very mobile, so they can chase me down really quickly. So the key is to do the damage I need to before they get in close, because they have 6,000 unit range, whereas my main source of damage is 12,000 units. So it looks like they got a cruiser, light cruiser, and a frigate. So this, I'm assuming, that's what's looking likely. And I do have a stasis bomb to slow them down. We have a mine here, which is a bit scary, and they're all clumped up. So, again, I get in the middle to give me most maneuver room. And if I can, well, I was going to say use the asteroid fields to kind of bait them around. Hell, I may even want to go to the right here some, to kind of encourage them to circle around those asteroid fields. Because he does have fighters out, so he used an ability to kind of like get some support fighter wings. So that's something to be careful of, but that is like a 3-minute cooldown, so... Because I'm pretty certain that's an ability he just used. Because you can't actually have a fighter escort for Space Marines normally. So, I'll have them hopefully waste those fighters on these torpedoes here. Because I can get another round of torpedoes in easily enough. And they are already at the asteroid field, so... And that looks like a frigate to me. So, let's get ready to hit this thing. And then I'll shoot torpedoes over in that direction. Yeah, there. Now I can start getting some free damage. Because any kill I can get is still a plus. Gotta be careful of being hurted. Ooh, and I actually got a torpedo hit. So that's kind of nice. I am liking this initially. Where's the torpedoes? I heard torpedoes. Where are they? Oh, that was the frigate. That's a shame. I was hoping it was something more scarier. Oh well. That one's dead. That was easy enough kill. Now, I could start firing at this other one here freely. Assault boats. Okay, they tried to board and thankfully they failed so far. So that was a lucky board. At least lucky resistant. Or lucky attempt to repel them. And I'm about to get some boarding attempts now. So can I torpedo just to keep them back? That's the idea behind that torpedo. To keep him from turning, or maybe he wastes his boosters, which is really unlikely.
Your orders.
And he doesn't know these mines are here, so that will make him maneuver around, because otherwise he's taking 300 points of damage if he boosts right into that. And my missile pods are hitting him, right?
We have sighted an enemy ship.
Come on, I went right in silence. Thank you. That's what I wanted.
For the dark gods.
So you identified me, that's fine.
Ready eternally.
Because I can just easily run silent if needed. I can run silent and have some fun with you. Also, stasis bomb them.
Your orders.
And maybe I could get some rear shots with this frigate. It's not going to be much damage, mind you, but it's going to force them to maneuver around. Ooh, and I think most of my fighters got caught in that, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
Switch to silent running.
So, I can't really circle around there, but my frigate can still harass the rear, which is still worth doing. Come on. Unless you want to turn around, I'll happily let you turn around.
Something to kill.
So micro warp jump away if you wish. Just means I can start hitting you.
Ready eternally.
And Torpedo actually did do damage. He was not paying attention. That was a bit of a downside of his. If only a little bit. And I am getting extra shots in, so far so good. I'm just not able to focus fire effectively.
Command me.
Come on. Let's start getting aggressive, huh?
Your orders.
So, you want to? Come and get it then.
Your orders. Just show
Give me
us
that
something to
kill.
Ready eternally.
Well, he just gave me a free kill.
Your orders.
Thanks for that, buddy. I appreciate that, and I just straight up overpower you now. This is time for the killing blow,
Just
and in
show
case he
us
decides to
something
take evasive maneuvers, I am prepared. I did lose weapons, so I need to be careful of that.
Command me.
You know that is not a very clever idea.
Prepare my ship or else.
That's not a clever idea, because now I could board you, and you're probably going to take more damage than me. Because I got double the firepower. You just lost a weapon there. And I can ram you with my light cruiser to get you away from that if I feel like it's necessary. So two can play at this game.
Right.
I just gotta be careful of his boarding attempts, that's all. Yeah, okay, you wanna ram me? Come and get it. Be careful what you wish for, buddy. Double the prongs.
Eternally.
Double the fun. I feel bad for him a little bit. If only a little bit. More chaos victories though, and Space Marine got totally massacred. It is a good day to be chaos. Although, let's forget about the fact that I lost that last round, huh? Even if it was due to maybe lucky bombing runs, I'm not sure how likely it is for strike crafts to immediately destroy a frigate. Or a transport ship anyway. That may have been a cruiser that had 2 fighter wings. That may have explained why it died so quickly. So, yeah, pretty damn dangerous. And I got my sort of 4th cruiser and a bunch of upgrades. So, I think I already decided I want to double up on the Lances as well as Hellbringers, go 2 for 2. Because I don't think I'm going to go past 3 light cruisers for most missions. And this allows me to have some synergy between the 2 different types. So now the big question, do I go with more detection? They've been working out decently so far, but that's not really saying much, is it? They are cheap though, so I can change out if I find it's not working out. And let's see, this is level 3. More fighters, so I think I just enhanced the cooldown, because that affects my fighters as well as everything else. Still uncertain if that enhances my rate of fire. For like my weaponry though. Unless they change the text, yeah, it just reduces it for skills. So I'm assuming anyway that's not for my weaponry. So let's enhance the sleeves again there for the devastation. And I don't quite have favor for anything else. Not to mention I probably would save it for maybe a favor, my first favor on one of my light cruisers. At least that's a thought. But let's go 3 for 3 for the Space Marines. I am looking forward to this. I'm having fun with them. They are a bit different. I don't know, a little premature to say if they're weak or not, because after all, the strategy for Chaos is pretty much just to shoot them, get as many free shots as possible, then going for the kill. And I think this is the same guys before, actually. 400 point data recovery. So, I can go with 3 light cruisers. Because I don't think... Oh, it's actually possible to go 3. Is that what I want, though? Do I really just want to commit to a devastation? I feel like I just get myself... Well... lots of fighters could be pretty potent. I like the idea of torpedoes though, because that frigate actually did well. If I do that, I get maybe 3 frigates, so that's a lot of micromanagement. So I get me 3 cruisers. We'll do it this way. Actually, let me get my level 1 in there. Lances are handy. Then get some torpedoes. This is going to be different. I'm not feeling confident about this group, but if things get icky, I'm just going to warp out and get the experience from it, especially for my level 1 cruiser. I'm not afraid to admit defeat or run away. After all, these are very valuable ships after all. Oh, and it is a data recovery, so I did not consider that. This works for me though, because I got boarding actions available, and I can sort of outmaneuver. Sort of. Question is, where do I go? That's a big question. Where do I go? Where do I want to go? Because I'm not sure what's the smartest route to position to take. Because without a doubt, he's going to board me if I reach me if I get in the corner, and he's going to get close range really damn quickly. So let me just move everything up slightly, and then position them after I know where he's deployed. I want to keep them grouped up. Yep, they're all in the middle. So, what looks like what is the big question. Do they all move at the same speed? They could be 3 light cruisers.
Engines hot.
And let's see, he's got beacons, so...
Ready eternally.
No, actually, let me go through that beacon. I'm not afraid of that beacon.
Now.
If anything,
Set engines to
I'll
full
give him the intel he wants. It allows me to silent run really easily immediately afterwards, although it may not work very well for my beacon.
bubble.
Come on, you know you want to.
Show us something to kill. We'll follow your command for now. Switch to silent running. Your orders. Forward to the slaughter.
Alright,
Just show us something to kill.
it's gonna get intense real fast. So I gotta be mindful of that.
Brace.
Now, try and do what damage I can to this thing.
Ready eternally.
Gonna try and board this thing as much as I can. I can't outmaneuver though, so I got that going for me.
For the dark gods. Cruising speed set. Brace. Just show us something to kill.
They're boosting, so let them hit the torpedoes.
For the ruinous powers. Your orders. Setting
Very uneventful, I will admit, but that was a mistake to
ruinous powers.
kind of let my boosters go out though. And one of the cruisers is about to die, and I just wasted all my warp bells. Let's keep that in mind. That may have been a mistake.
Command me.
And yeah, I just activate my fighters, so that's fine.
Engines hot.
My engines are about to come up in a moment.
Adjusting rotation.
If I can force that thing to rotate, that'd be good.
Into those coordinates.
I don't care if it dies, I want to force it to turn out of position.
Are unstoppable. Just show us something to kill.
So, this is a really anticlimactic battle, I gotta say. Because I go the same speed as that cruiser, and he's out of reach, and he doesn't quite have the means. Yes, because he doesn't have lances. Those torpedoes those torpedoes alone are what's screwing him over, because he can't penetrate shields.
Stop the retreat.
Although he is about to board me in a moment, so
Follow your command. For now.
I gotta be mindful.
Your orders.
If he's gonna board me, he's gonna do it at the last possible second. Nope, he didn't get it. He did not rotate. He did the silly thing and decided to ram instead. He could have done a hard turn and bored me. Yeah, the fact he had torpedoes is actually what got me that victory, because lances would have brought my shields down. There is a variant with shields, or lances. And interestingly enough, I was not noticing... Wasn't there like a bombardment cannon that can go through, that can breach the shields as well? It's a little unreliable on its own though, due to the long rate of fire. Maybe it was out of range. Nonetheless, the lances, because with 6,000 unit range, could have brought those shields down. He could have boarded me. I think that was what killed him there, as far as losing that match. Really hard to say from my perspective though, but running away just to get away with the dad did not seem like a very exciting match, I gotta say. But hey, I got in close and personal with my other cruisers, and I wrecked one of his ships in the process, so still a win for me. Quite a solid win if you ask me. Because I got a bunch of renown for it, I can afford a favor. I have absolutely no clue what favor to get, because I can't remember what the bonuses are, but this Hellbringer, I think I'm going to go the same route. Again, being light cruisers, I can afford to swap them out if they don't work for me. And that was a lot of Space Marines. I got my wish. Even better, I got a better win ratio out of it, so I can feel positive for that. Again, last match a little bit of a letdown, I feel like.